Some major script elements for this movie include several of the 85 recordings that Snowleopard made that I have in possession in digital form to serve as live narrative creatively with supporting imagery, and specifically the Ranger Prayer and the Eagles Soul Journal. Definitely want to publish a blank journal called the Soul Record or Soul Journal that gives writers the opportunity to really go deep with their writing and meaningful to the soul. And it's also a great writer's block reliever for those of us who get writer's block. The Soul Record, which is just 5 questions basically, with some really deep explanation of where it comes from and why it's so important, what it is really. And the now, sending the light, holding the light, calling in the light, and force fields in particular. Force fields are one of the top handful of daily trainings that are really essential. So, force fields began for me in a fiction sense in the 80s with the books of David Eddings, sorcery basically, where a grandpa and his grandson, Belgarian, were attacked by demons from the underworld, and they used a force field to protect themselves. Most notably, Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, when he fought the Balrog, and he said, "Thou shalt not pass," and struck the rock. The shield of light went around him, and the invocation broke the rock just as the great demon beast stepped upon it. So I always thought that was fiction, but it turns out it's real. And a force field is also called a ring pass knot, because nothing can pass through it, or virtually nothing. The earth provides its own force field, and this is related to the Merkaba. So for 5 years I just asked for this force field to be with my children, my car, my home, wallet, etc. Once I left a camera on the dashboard in the ghetto of Honolulu for 2.5 hours while I watched the movie, and I came back, it was still there. Same with a bicycle. Very rarely is there any sort of mishap with force fields. So you basically ask the Earth Mother or Creator, Nature, to do it for you, and then eventually you imagine yourself a blue shield of light, similar as the Earth uses for her protection from the sun's nuclear explosions. Getting closer, I can hear the creek. So Alaska Ranger training is just some of the best training in the world, and I'm finally ready to really launch some of the top shelf training for the world. So the best brochure I feel I can put out is how to self-publish, writing, photography, video, the World Wide Web, and to use this as a tool to promote and support whatever it is that you're really into. All proceeds go to fund children's programs for teens, adults, and elders. The service to the elders includes documenting their memoirs before they check out. And for the teens, we do multimedia production because they have so much energy and capability and creativity that needs outlet. I'll say it again, the teenagers need an outlet for their creativity and their energy, and we provide it. Leadership training, wilderness skills. Whoa!